Hi, I'm Jarryd Cook.
And I'm Isaac Latisky, and this is CBFU From the Shop.
From Manifest Comics for the week of July 30th. I'm not Jarryd Cook, I'm Sam, and I'm filling in for Jarryd. First book we're going to review is Low from Image Comics by Rick Remender and Greg Tocchini, I think his name is. Low is alright. It's like a new universe, it's a new world, and they really just throw you in head first to meet this family and the circumstances that surround them. I thought it was a pretty good start for the first issue. I'd be willing to read the second issue. The art's a little bit iffy, but I like it better than his previous work on Uncanny X-Force. What do you think?
Yeah, it's okay. It's not as good a first issue as some of Rick Remender's other independent work he's recently done.
No.
He's also done Black Science and Deadly Class, which just came out in trade paperback. And both of those, the first issue really started with like a bang and everything. And it throws you into the world, but it's not as confusing as Low.
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing, but you pick it up as you go along. So just for that, I'd say it's worth a shot. And Rick Remender's always good, so I have no doubt that it's going to get better as it goes along. I'd give it about 6 Lugos out of 10, I think.
Okay, our next book is another Rick Remender book. This is Uncanny Avengers number 22. This is the finale of the Avenge the Earth storyline. And this, in many ways, is the finale of everything that's come before in Uncanny Avengers with the Apocalypse Twins and the alternate Earths and Kang and all of that. And it's good. It's a good finale. Daniel Acuna isn't my favorite artist on this. They started with Steve McNiven. For me, he's a much better artist. But Daniel Acuna does a fine job. And it's a good conclusion to this story. And I look forward to seeing where it goes from here. Kang has a great fight with Havok and Sunfire, which is an awesome moment in the book.
Yeah,
what'd you think?
I don't know. I was a little disappointed by it because I like Uncanny Avengers a lot, and I really liked Uncanny X-Force. So I felt that it was kind of a little bit anticlimactic in the end. There's still there's a lot of plot points that he's got to take care of at some point. Like there's characters that are left in interesting places, so I'm interested in seeing where it goes. But from taking the Apocalypse Twins from Uncanny X-Force and building into this, I thought it could have been a little bit better. I thought it could have been a little bit more epic than it was because it's been epic and epic and epic, and then it just kind of fizzles out in the end. But it was a good fight. Yeah, it was a good fight.
Yeah. In the beginning, I wasn't Uncanny Avengers when it first started. I wasn't as big a fan of it because I was a really big fan of Uncanny X-Force. I thought he did a really great job on that, almost through the whole thing. And Uncanny Avengers started, I didn't think much of it, but it's gotten better as it's gone along. And I think it's a nice ending cap to this part of the story. Yeah. So I would give it a 7 out of 10 Lugos.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's take a break from Rick Remender for just a minute and focus on Justice League number 32. It is another issue with Lex Luthor, making his way onto the team. We don't know how he got there yet. But it's another really good book. It's one of the best books that DC is putting out right now. And, even though it's not the first issue of an arc, it's continuing. I feel like you could pick this up and be relatively, on board with it.
Well, this is the first issue of a Doom Patrol book.
Yeah, it's a really in-depth look at the new Doom Patrol. It also takes a lot of the things that were left over from Forever Evil and starts putting them into play in a pretty major way. At least in one scene with Cyborg and the new Power Ring.
To whatever crisis might come next.
Yeah, hopefully there's a crisis. Nothing was announced at Comic-Con, so we don't know what the fuck's happening at DC right now. But it's one of the stronger books that DC's putting out. I always enjoy it. It's Jeff Johns at his Best. It's Doug Mankey. Doug Mankey at his best. And it's just a really strong book. I'd probably give it 8 out of 10 Lugos. What about you? What do you think of it?
Yeah, no, it's a really good book. I love Doug Mankey's art. If it can't be Ivan Rice, I'm glad it's Doug Mankey. I'm interested to see where Luthor goes from here and everything, and the hints at the multiverse villain or whatever is going to come. And it's good. And again, Jeff Johns builds up characters like no one else. The Doom Patrol, I could care less about the Doom Patrol, but he does more with them in 10 pages than anyone else has.
Yeah. No. So really strong book. What's next?
Next, we have another Rick Remender book. This one's Black Science number 7. This is the first issue of an all-new arc for Black Science. And it's a great jumping on point. In some ways, it's a better first issue for this title than Low was, I thought. It's not a spoiler. Black Science, the trade's been out for a while. The first six issues have been out for a while. But the main character in
it's
Black
kind of a
Science...
spoiler.
Well, then it is a spoiler.
It's a spoiler. If they haven't read it, it's a spoiler.
All right, then I won't tell you what happens. But something shocking happens to one of the main characters in the end of the first arc of Black Science, and this picks up from there.
So pick up the trade at Manifest Comics before Isaac spoils it for you.
So I will spoil it for you.
He will do that.
It's coming. But so this one of the characters who was portrayed in the first 6 issues as like a villain has now been forced to come across as a hero.
Okay.
And I think it's a very interesting thing to do in the book. And it's a good jumping on point. I think you could read this without having read anything else, and you'd be fine.
That's good. I haven't read this issue yet, but I've liked all of Black Science so far. It's like kind of a messed up version of Sliders.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But I mean, Matteo Scalera is a really good artist.
Yeah.
Like probably my favorite of the artists that's working on these image books.
Yeah, he's
that
really
Remender's doing. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to. I'll read it later.
Yeah.
But
so I would give it easily 7 out of 10 Lugos.
7 out of 10 Lugos. Cool. All right. Well, that's it for CBFU From the Shop for the week of July 30th. We will be back next week, and like, comment, subscribe, buy comics, and also CBFU will return with some review shows for Guardians of the Galaxy. We're not sure the format that's going to take yet, but we'll be reviewing it. And if you come to Frank's Theater in Bayonne, Manifest Mike from Manifest Comics will be handing out some giveaways and everything like that. So check it out. He'll be there around 1 o'clock on Saturday. So, Frank's Theater in Bayonne. You're going to see Guardians of the Galaxy anyway. You might as well see it there and get some free stuff.
Yep.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.